Okay, so if you're building an app, you're usually going to have some scheduled tasks. And in Oracle Apex, you can use automations. I've found that those, when you refresh or copy an application, that the automations, I think they still show as active, but they don't run. They have to be re-enabled. I had post-app-refresh.sql, which tried to find those and re-enable them. But I don't always remember to run it because it kind of needs to be run as a separate step. And so I think I'm going to turn this into a function and put that in the library for the Apex Util 2 and just make this a little utility that you can call if you want. And I'm going to get rid of that. And we're moving to app scheduler jobs, which is just declarative adding of our jobs. We could parameterize these off of one of our config files. So we could drive this off a parameter, whatever context, whatever best config file that would go in. Maybe my app config if it's a app job. And we could have an enable or disable block right here, and we could default this to whatever it needs to be. So my jobs are going to move to app scheduler jobs. Now the way I usually do that is I'll have in my application package, like run this every day, run every, and then I wrap all the jobs that I want to run every day into that, and then I just create one job called, run every day or whatever. And so I don't have a lot of individual jobs. We're just calling a procedure which runs all the jobs that need to be run. We try to keep it as simple as possible. And I just did this for the SaaS auth because I needed to move the daily job, and so that's what the block looks like. Hopefully it works. It hasn't been tested yet. Push that update out. And so that's how you schedule tasks declaratively in K2. So I have done this in SuperLoser, by the way. So if we go to app scheduler jobs, we're going to run these admin tasks, which this is basically responsible for sending your reminder, checking to see if reminder emails need to be sent. And hopefully this will now be a little bit more consistent between when I upgrade production from dev, and I won't need to worry about remembering that post-app refresh stuff. So that's how we do job scheduling in K2 in building an app. As I'm going through and deleting the post-app refresh script from everywhere, it occurred to me that there probably is a better way. Since the schema behind the app doesn't really change, it gets upgraded, but the data's there, you could probably store something about the state of the app, and you would know when it gets refreshed. And so that might be an automation that could be built into K2 that at least it fires a app has been refreshed event, and then you can run some code on refresh. So when you detect that your application's been refreshed and there's some things that you need to do to get things up and running, and you don't want to remember to do it, that could be automated. So I'm going to make that a to-do, app to-do here, and something to think about. I mean, it would be nice to be able to kind of just put a hook in. So you would just put in, just like I have these auth event hooks, you'd be on app refresh procedure, and then you can just hook into that and automatically write some custom code. So that sounds like something needs to be done. We'll add it to as a to-do, and yeah, I guess I could have solved that problem that way. I did move the function that I mentioned to util 2, so it's in here. I don't know if it works. I didn't test it. We're gonna try to install this stuff and see if it works. And I don't know if this actually it hits Apex Apple automations. It might hit. Does it hit all automations on the instance or just in the app? Application ID in -1. I think I'm supposed to put my app. Oh yeah, that's right. This doesn't work unless you put hard code. You put your application ID in. So I need to pass that in. So there's something else I need to do. But they need to require application ID because we only want to do it for the application we're refreshing. So, and this is one of those functions I'm putting here because I don't want to ever have to look it up if I'm trying to figure this out. But I'll probably never use this, honestly. All right, thanks.